Dave e James são exploradores urbanos experientes, tendo explorado de tudo, desde casas e igrejas até hospitais, mas este vídeo se tornaria uma de suas experiências mais perturbadoras. Nesta investigação, apenas um deles entrou no local, uma casa abandonada, onde tudo havia sido deixado para trás. Enquanto avançava para o interior, a casa estava em estado de decomposição, tomada por mofo, lixo e pelo inconfundível cheiro de podridão.
Here we go, we're starting in, I'm guessing it is the dining room. Got this really interesting wagging wheel light fixture hanging down. And as you'll see as we go through, pretty much everything is still in the house. Just sadly, a lot of it has been quite tossed around. So here you've got a china cabinet with some glassware inside it still. Looks to me like it was an elderly person's house or an elderly couple's house. As we go in here towards the kitchen, you will see that up in the cupboards, there's still all kinds of stuff. Everything's left behind. Everything's still nice and put in place. But look at the brown going on this glassware here, how old it is. It's very full. There's a lot of black mold on the walls here, so I will be being careful with my breathing. There's a lot of black mold in here, guys. Place is just tossed. There is so much stuff everywhere.
No início parecia ser apenas mais uma propriedade abandonada, até que ele chegou a um corredor. Ali, no chão, havia a mancha de um corpo, o contorno nítido de alguém que havia morrido e sido deixado ali.
I just realized where we are. I just realized what house we're in. And I had no idea, guys. Whew, okay, that changes things. I'm going to change my tone here. Guys, this is a body stain. Somebody passed away right here. And well, I didn't expect that. Okay. You guys have probably seen this. Some other explorers have been here in the past and have posted some photos of this in this video. But unfortunately, yes, I believe it was an old woman who fell here and passed away on the floor. And see what I can dig up in terms of information without giving away too much. But yeah, that changes things. That changes my whole mood of this house, realizing that this is that house. So I don't want to step on that. Let me just move over here and take a step over. Okay. That is very, very sad, guys. You've got legs, you can see the torso, the arms, and the head. That is my second body stain, guys.
Acreditava-se que fosse uma mulher idosa que havia caído e infelizmente falecido, com o corpo permanecendo sem ser descoberto por algum tempo. A realidade o atingiu instantaneamente. Ele já havia visto imagens assim antes, de outros exploradores, mas agora estava dentro daquela mesma casa. A atmosfera mudou imediatamente. Uma sensação pesada e perturbadora o acompanhou, enquanto ele continuava a exploração, tentando superar a experiência e concluir a gravação. Nada mais aconteceu durante o restante do vídeo, mas aquela descoberta ficou marcada com ele, um momento que jamais esqueceria. Decaying Ace é um canal de exploração urbana sediado em Ohio, e eles conhecem bem os riscos que acompanham locais abandonados. Neste vídeo, esses riscos se tornaram muito reais. Eles partiram para explorar uma usina siderúrgica abandonada, onde a decadência havia tomado conta por completo. Agulhas cobriam o chão, destroços estavam espalhados por toda parte, e o local parecia perigoso desde o início.
Jeremiah's just setting up his gimbal. We're in the basement. This is a steel treating plant today.
Sometimes when urban exploring, you run into homeless people. It's no big deal. We just stay out of their way and they stay out of ours. This was not one of those times. Yeah, wow, look at all this trash.
Alright, same area I was before. Heading up the stairs. Probably won't need my light up here. Wow. That's pretty neat. Oh, look at that skylight. That's pretty cool. Don't want to get too far away from everybody, but this is really neat.
Is it alright if we walk around a bit and take a few more pictures? Or we don't have to? No. Alright, well, we are okay then.
Dude up there.
Yeah, I know we were yelling at you because we heard something and we just kept going.
Against our better judgment, we decided to move to the opposite side of the building and continue filming.
Não demorou muito para que encontrassem um homem em situação de rua, que exigiu que eles fossem embora. Em vez disso, decidiram explorar mais profundamente outra seção da usina, uma decisão que quase levou ao desastre.
Past the door. Maybe he's leaving. Are you recording? Yes.
We're just hoping to take some videos. We're not looking to bother you, and we'll leave you alone. We don't want any trouble. We won't film any of our videos. We're just here to take some videos of this place here. Because we do, it's called urban exploring, so we pretty much show people abandoned buildings and they think it's... Huh? Is it big? Yeah, it's a lot bigger than this one. Really?
Goodyear? Did you say the Goodyear building?
On the east end, you said? Yeah, again, we don't want to cause you no problems. We're not here to bother you. We just want to take some videos of this place.
And we'll be gone before you know it.
Right, we'll be quick. We won't even come over on your side if you don't want.
Yep. We get it, brother. We ain't here to cause any trouble.
What?
Eles encontraram o homem novamente, desta vez mais agressivo. Ele os direcionou para outro prédio e insistiu que eles o explorassem. Eles lhe deram algum dinheiro e tentaram tranquilizá-lo antes de seguir na direção que ele havia indicado. Antes que pudessem entrar completamente, a segurança chegou e os impediu.
No point looking now. Get on with it. Bro, just get in. Just...
We explained ourselves and the security ended up being pretty nice to us. But, needless to say, do not go to this building. It is extremely dangerous, and we had no idea just how dangerous until these security guards explained it to us. The building has seen numerous drug busts and murders in the recent year, and it was even raided by the SWAT team last month.
Eles explicaram o quão perigosa era a área, mencionando assassinatos recentes, atividade relacionada a drogas e até mesmo uma operação da SWAT ocorrida pouco tempo antes. O grupo foi embora imediatamente, abalado pela percepção de que talvez tivessem sido intencionalmente levados ao perigo, e pelo que poderia ter acontecido se tivessem avançado ainda mais. Thomas e Brandon são exploradores urbanos que buscam a adrenalina de lugares abandonados, mas esta exploração os deixou abalados. Eles partiram à noite para explorar o que se tornaria o local mais suspeito que já haviam visitado.
Ready? Yeah. Alright guys, so Brian found the spot. He's been bugging me to come here for a while. It's right off of Main Street. We don't know what it is, but it's abandoned, it's spooky. It's about 3 a.m., so come check it out.
You ready to go inside here?
I'm ready.
People. It smells like people. Like a straight restaurant. My lights on? Not much in there.
Smells really gross.
Yeah, it smells like that spot we were in, that one abandoned place.
Yep, straight squatters paradise up in here.
Yeah, it's pretty ventilated, pretty nice, right?
It smells like piss.
But it smells like pee. I found weed.
Weed?
I found weed.
Weed?
Weed.
No, you didn't.
Dude, we found weed.
What the f?
That's weed, right?
Yeah.
Found weed.
Drugs found.
That's weed. It was in this bag. Look, you want to check this bag out? We can take it down and check it out over here. What the heck? There's a camcorder in here. There's phones. There's some batteries if you need some, Thomas. Yeah.
Crazy, we found weed.
Quase imediatamente após entrarem, sinais de ocupantes irregulares estavam por toda parte. O cheiro de urina, pertences descartados e drogas espalhadas pelo chão. Apesar dos sinais de alerta, eles continuaram avançando. Os corredores eram escuros e opressivos, e cada cômodo revelava ainda mais evidências de que pessoas haviam estado ali recentemente. Comida fresca confirmou seus medos. Alguém ainda poderia estar lá dentro.
It's not moldy.
Yeah, look at the salsa over there.
It's not moldy.
We don't know what we're gonna experience. If there's a radio, how would you be listening to that?
The bread's not moldy.
I don't know where we're walking.
Dude, this is fucking scary. Oh, I want to go climb that thing, but
Alright, let's go down.
I'm sketched out in here.
Do you want to see what's back here first?
Real fast so we know no one's gonna walk up us right there.
Let's check everything out and then walk up to the front.
Don't. Let's see pillows.
I see a blanket.
You brought this way?
If it's somebody, bro, it's just one person. I think we should go that way, though.
Enquanto avançavam com cautela pelos corredores, eles avistaram alguém dormindo em um dos cômodos. Tentaram sair em silêncio, mas antes que conseguissem escapar, passos começaram a correr em direção a eles.
What? Christmas lights? Oh shit, someone's coming with a flashlight.
Like, I was running from the cops, bro. I was like, boom! I don't see him yet.
Yeah, flashlight.
Look, he's not coming yet.
Huh?
I don't see him yet. He would have came out of that hole where he just popped out of.
I think I'm a cop.
No, it's somebody living there. We got it all on camera though.
Dude, were you filming?
Yes, I was running with the camera, bro. When I kicked the door, that's such an action shot right there.
Oh, I'm filming too.
I'm like, ugh.
That scared the shit out of me, bro. I was nervous. Like when you were going out, I was like, I gotta get out of this hole.
Are you sure you didn't see the reflection of your light?
No, it was a blue flashlight.
Oh, alright.
Eles correram olhando para trás enquanto conseguiam escapar por pouco. Quem quer que estivesse vivendo ali não os queria por perto, e é impossível saber o que poderia ter acontecido se eles tivessem sido pegos. Você entraria em um lugar abandonado sozinho à noite? O canal Urbex Mutt, com seu aventureiro apresentador dedicado à exploração urbana no YouTube, embarcou em uma exploração que esperava ser típica. No entanto, ele não sabia que o dia estava prestes a tomar um rumo surpreendente e perturbador.
Hello. Sorry. Just take some photos. Well, shall I come to your house and smash the windows in and take some photographs? Can't you read to keep house? I know, yeah. Sorry, we didn't mean any harm. You've damaged my fence, you've damaged that. I think it was already open, the fence. It's not open. No, that hole there. And have you arrested when the police arrive? Alright. I was only taking photos. You've ruined my Saturday. You stay there until the police arrive. Yeah, take that one. Right, it's going to be a tricky one getting over. Stay there. If you hurt yourself, I'll be liable for damage to you. And we're coming over? No. Stay there.
O homem que encontraram era, na verdade, o proprietário do local, que ficou irritado com Mutt e seu amigo por terem invadido sua propriedade. Embora tenham tentado explicar que não tinham a intenção de causar nenhum dano, a situação rapidamente escalou, além de um simples mal-entendido.
Stay there. We don't have to stay here. We're making you stay here. You can't make me stay here because there's... Well, if you hurt yourself, I end up in jail. So you can't... Well, you won't hurt yourself. I won't hurt myself. You can't do that. You can't come in my fucking house. Okay? Don't tell me the fucking law. You ruined my fucking Saturday and keep out of my fucking house. Well, we're sorry. We didn't mean any. What do you mean harm? Well, we're only taking photos. You're gonna shit. It's my private house. Sorry. Well, we only want to take photos. That's the only thing we're going to be taking. How are we going to get out then?
Mutt e seu amigo ficaram presos no prédio depois que o proprietário chamou a polícia. Quando a polícia chegou, ajudou a resolver a situação. Embora Mutt e seu amigo tenham sido acusados de invasão, as acusações foram posteriormente retiradas, já que a casa estava abandonada há anos. Felizmente, ambos saíram do prédio em segurança e sem ferimentos. Lord Explorers não é estranho a explorações urbanas intensas, tendo visitado inúmeros prédios abandonados ao longo dos anos. Este vídeo seria mais uma adição a essa lista. Em outubro de 2022, ele partiu com outros exploradores para investigar o Hospital Tinley Park, mas a visita foi interrompida quando foram obrigados a fugir da segurança. Um ano depois, ele voltou com a namorada para terminar o que haviam começado, mas mais uma vez, as coisas não saíram como planejado.
Wheelchair shop. Definitely not. Oh, the ceiling fell in. This is the ceiling. Oh, a giant knife. Good.
That way is the stage.
Wow, look at the seats.
Fuck was that?
It's just water. But you were dead.
Yeah, I don't know.
Eles exploraram de forma cuidadosa, avançando cômodo por cômodo enquanto o cheiro de decomposição preenchia o ar. Não demorou para que algo começasse a parecer errado. Sons ecoavam pelo prédio, ruídos que não podiam ser ignorados. Logo em seguida, ouviram um caminhão do lado de fora. A segurança estava circulando a propriedade.
That's the truck. That's the truck. Oh, he looked kind of like right at me. He's looking up into the buildings.
Why did he try back here so angry?
I don't know. It sounded like he tried the door, right? That door's open. If he wanted to come in, he could go in through there. He pulled in here, turned around, and drove back. He was looking up right at me, at the window. Kind of sus.
Go.
He drove back out and past there. And when he went past there, he was looking up at this building.
Eles continuaram explorando enquanto ficavam atentos, instalando câmeras e observando as janelas para acompanhar o padrão das rondas.
I hope he comes. Oh shit, here he comes. Here he comes. There he goes. Okay, let's get the hell out of here.
Eles observaram o veículo de segurança passar e acreditaram que a área estava livre, mas momentos depois se viram cara a cara com ele.
Let's just go back the way we came.
Yeah.
What if he drives past us and sees us?
Then we run.
We're too far away from the car for me to run over there.
You have to.
No.
I can't carry you this time.
What? Real?
I'm not trying, but I'm just stating fact.
The corner where the train station's at?
Uh-huh.
On the 15 mark.
Right here, right here. Nice.
Agindo rapidamente, eles mal conseguiram se esconder. O vídeo termina logo em seguida, com eles escapando em segurança. Mas a descarga de adrenalina de saber que a segurança estava ativamente à procura deles tornou essa exploração inesquecível. Ghost Theory são exploradores urbanos e investigadores paranormais bastante conhecidos. Elliot e Joe já passaram por muita coisa ao longo dos anos, mas esta investigação foi tão perturbadora que os forçou a encerrar mais cedo. Neste vídeo, eles decidiram explorar uma casa tão supostamente assombrada que ninguém aceitava morar nela, deixando o local abandonado e intocado. Eles chegaram à noite e tiveram dificuldade para encontrar uma forma de entrar. Porém, após vasculharem a propriedade, acabaram conseguindo acesso.
This is the dead end. I am actually
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want to
cry.
check first?
Take this.
It looks like it goes in the house.
There are loads of pigeons there. Yeah, it goes in.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Ugh. Wow.
So when we entered the house through the kitchen into the corridor, there was a bit of a sinister feel. The house was like a maze, and it did feel like there wasn't an easy way out. The front door was barred as well, so the only way out was that window that we came in on.
Fuck, it absolutely stinks.
Oh, why do I have to find the basement first? We'll go down there later.
There's not much air in here, is there?
No. Oh, wow. That's very 60s.
Quase imediatamente, uma sensação pesada tomou conta do lugar. A atmosfera era sombria e sinistra, e saber que tinham poucas opções de saída só piorava a situação. À medida que começaram a explorar a casa, tudo parecia errado desde o início. Sons estranhos ecoavam ao redor deles. Passos, movimentações, ruídos que não conseguiam explicar. Era perturbador, mas não totalmente desconhecido.
There's a rumble.
Yeah.
Hello? I'm calling out to any spirits. Are you here? Are you listening to us? There's something very off about this.
Yeah.
There's footsteps. Moved away from me. Oh my god. I've never... Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That was up here.
I didn't even see that room there.
Is that?
It sounds like people keep walking.
Yeah.
Pigeons. Fuck.
Got to think it's pigeons for now.
Eles decidiram usar seus equipamentos paranormais para ver se conseguiriam capturar algo concreto. Um dos aparelhos começou a disparar repetidamente, e pouco tempo depois, um barulho alto e inconfundível veio de outro cômodo.
We're calling out to any spirits who remain here or visit this place. We come with respect and we mean you no harm.
What?
There was a...
What the fuck was that?
Thank you, if that was you. Can you make a noise for us? That's one of the best ways of communicating.
Can you make a noise in a room?
Fuck!
fuck's sake, I was just pointing there as well. Fuck was that?
You go first, because if you die, I know it's not a good idea.
I was just pointing at that as well. That's so annoying.
I've got you. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know, but... Oh, you're on that.
I don't know if I was quite back here.
Can you make a noise in a room?
Fuck!
Eles permaneceram naquele cômodo e montaram mais equipamentos, na esperança de provocar novas atividades. Mas antes que pudessem começar, mais ruídos ecoaram por todo o prédio. Nesse momento, eles se convenceram de que alguém mais poderia estar lá dentro com eles.
Are you happy that we're here? Voices. Voices. But, like, people outside. Voices.
Try other room.
Someone just looked on the map. Yeah. To make a noise there, you'd either have to be in the building or within the grounds. I can hear them. We need to get back in there to get to our stuff. I'm picking up my stuff. Shit. I didn't move and then went on.
Os sons pareciam humanos, mas os equipamentos indicavam o contrário. Sem saber se estavam lidando com outros exploradores ou com algo paranormal, eles pegaram seus equipamentos e desceram as escadas, apenas para não encontrar nenhum sinal de outra pessoa dentro do local.
They're very quiet. I think they're in the window. They saw the light. It must have done. How there must have there were cats in that window. And we were shouting. Fuck's sake. Grandpa just went off. Where is it? In the hallway. By the bell. What the fuck? There's no one there, is there? Yeah, I can hear them talking. Outside, yeah. Don't fucking rip. I know, that's what I mean. It's so annoying. We must have had the ramp on. I don't know. I'm wondering if they've boarded it up with us in there.
You'd hear it.
Huh?
You'd fucking hear it. You'd hear a drill or a hammer or something.
This is not fun. We cannot, in this condition, continue. We now need to make sure that we're safe. Essentially.
So what do we do now?
I would say carry on, but it was the...
I think we just, if I'm honest, my mind is being, people are going to get annoyed, but my mind is taken completely out of the investigation, and now in the mindset that people know we're here and that we need to go. Is there a car holding then?
Yeah. And I heard them playing with the board.
Yeah, they were here.
Yeah.
I thought they were in at one point. So that could potentially mean that people are going to come back. And I don't particularly want to be in that sort of situation where we can't get out and there's people here.
That wasn't fun.
And yeah.
There was a few of them.
Exactly. I feel like our best option is to escape.
Mesmo assim, o medo permaneceu. Com a tensão aumentando e o risco alto demais, eles decidiram encerrar a investigação e ir embora, sem disposição para ficar e descobrir o que realmente estava dividindo aquela casa com eles. Betty e seus amigos acabaram encontrando por acaso um antigo manicômio abandonado em Edimburgo. Uma névoa densa cobria as estradas, a escuridão começava a cair e, apesar do frio, eles decidiram explorar. Nas proximidades havia uma vila abandonada, estranhamente silenciosa e completamente vazia. A atmosfera era perturbadora, mas só piorou à medida que se aproximavam do próprio manicômio.
You best start believing in ghost stories. You're in one. Look at that building. Bro, what went on here? You getting a sinister feeling here, Dan?
Aye, man. You get like a pure feeling of dread or something, don't you?
Aye, I know what you mean. There's some eerie, really eerie feeling about it. I don't know how to describe it.
Oh, I'm dreading it. I went out. Mate, I just heard somebody
It sounded like
a woman over there, like crying. Fuck out the bat. Scared the shit. Mate, that's a bat. It's flying in my head. Please tell me you heard that. Is it a woman over there? Right, just go out, walk round, maybe. This guy's too hardcore for me. Let's see. Oh my god. This is so good. Mate, I'm not doing this. I need to go back. I can't, I'm too trapped, I feel horrible.
You right?
Oh, I feel really uncomfortable, like instantly after I heard that there.
What was it?
It was like drums. It could have been a car passing with music.
Sons estranhos tomaram o ar, e eles passaram a acreditar que alguém ou algo estava lá dentro. Quanto mais se aproximavam, mais altos os ruídos ficavam. Após alguma hesitação, eles finalmente encontraram uma forma de entrar. Mas foi nesse momento que tudo mudou.
Both sides, mate, there's absolutely no way we're getting in here. I want to get him in my bed. I've got a wee penguin in my bed and I want to go see him. Aye, sometime this week fucking rolled out. I'm with that on that.
It's time to bail, man. It's starting to get really dark and you can't get in.
How's that? You got the motor, have we? It looks like it. Yeah, that's good. Nah, bro, what the fuck? Yeah, we need to go that way. It's getting too dark. Well, oh yeah, fuck. It's scary. No, mate, it's too dark. I need to do it.
We need to do it. Make sure you're not in that. I can't see you.
Oh god, look at your phone, right? Oh, Dan. There's a fucking bed. A hospital bed. Nah. There's people! I'm not even going to go. They're fucking not in shit. I'm not. Go.
Outras pessoas já estavam lá. O pânico tomou conta enquanto eles corriam pela névoa, desesperados para colocar distância entre si e quem quer que estivesse os seguindo. Mesmo quando acharam que estavam seguros, a sensação não desapareceu. Eles perceberam que estavam sendo seguidos.
It was in this open lobby area where the building went around it. There was somebody just walks around the corner, looks right at us and started running, blinking, started running. Shut up, Dan. I'm fucking freaking out. Look, they're there. Oh, fuck. Be serious. Oh my god. Do you hear shit?
Nah.
There's a walkie-talkie.
Security.
A adrenalina disparou enquanto eles corriam de volta para o carro, escapando por pouco e partindo sem olhar para trás. Até hoje eles não sabem quem ou o que estava naquele lugar naquela noite. E você, teria coragem de voltar para descobrir a verdade? Se você chegou até aqui e curtiu o vídeo, não esqueça de se inscrever no canal e deixar seu like. Isso ajuda muito. E aproveita que eu separei mais um vídeo aqui em cima para você assistir agora.